face quicker than you forgive a family member or friend. Right? I'm about to say I ain't even touch it.
Wow. Hi.
You gotta take attendance. I'm present today.
Hi, hello, and welcome to Shady Talk Wednesday. We are live here in effect on YouTube, IG, Facebook, giving you the Shady tea with the Deli Dose with my dope co-host, Miss
We giving you
Mary Jane.
Want.
We are here. We are here. We are here, yes, to talk.
Yes.
To couch talk.
Yeah, so I don't know if I should bring a doctor's note for my last absence, you know.
Well, you get to get
how many unexcused or excused
three
absences
unexcused
before either you're terminated or suspended. But yeah, thank you for having me again and back.
I get it. Things happen last minute.
But you know what? It wasn't even that because I'm transparent. So remember, even when I reached out to you that day, I was going through what we had discussed months ago. I was just having a day.
Right.
Like, it really was a day. Like,
right.
I didn't work that day.
Right.
Better?
Oh, bring it to your face. Yeah.
It's like, it's a little invasive. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I was having one of those days. So that day and when you're not good to yourself, you can't be good to or for anybody. So, and it's been feeling like that lately. I wouldn't say like I'm in a dark place or anything. I'm just kind of at a standstill. Like, where am I going? What am I doing right now?
And you know what? It's okay because I do feel like just period. You know, we all day by day just trying to figure out this world again because it really feel like we're starting over.
Yes.
You know, rather we want to believe it or not, it feel like something just makes us feel like we're just starting all over again. We're just trying to figure out life. I'm assuming that is because of the pandemic that happened in 2022.
It's just a lot though.
So it's like, and I feel like we're more, because whatever is going on, we're more getting into our emotions and, you know, our feelings. Right. And now I think because we were confined for so long and trying to deal through, you know, such a tragic, you know, during the pandemic, we still are carrying those emotions being that the world is going on.
It's some days I hop out the car, I feel funny not having a mask. And I'm like, well, do I have to wear one? They're coughing. This stuff is still going on. And I think we're all feeling the residual of that because we're not totally over it. I know I ain't totally over. I still can't have a little cough without feeling like, is it COVID?
Oh yeah, anything I feel, sore throat, chest pains like gas. I'm like, oh God, is this it? Is it heart attack?
Right.
You know, it's like everything is kind of just getting us so razzled up now because we, you know, just seeing, you know, so much stuff happening and things happening and you know what's so crazy because it's like I used to watch the news years ago when I was younger. You know how you go to your mama house or you're at your mom house or, you know, back when we just watched regular TV, we used to just watch the news sometimes.
Right, depressing.
Yes, but here it is. It's like all the social media outlets are more depressing than the regular news.
That's why I kind of skip past stuff, and that's why I actually know we're not sponsored by any of these platforms, but anyway, I like TikTok because I'm more of a crafter, and TikTok allows me to be more in a crafty sense, in a learning sense, and more of a happy sense. And you can kind of pick and choose what drops on your timeline. Once again, we're not sponsored or sponsoring them.
But you know what? At first I felt like that about TikTok too, you know, because I was like, oh, okay, maybe I could move over there more for the entertaining thing. I feel like it's a lot of ways you could get yourself more involved with entertaining, and because I like to talk and I like to joke and I like to do different things, I was like, woo, TikTok, you know, might be the wave. But then it's like, you see so much depressional stuff on TikTok as well. These songs in the background.
Right.
You know, it's like everybody got like this song going on with whatever they're feeling. And
even that,
like,
I try to filter that too. Like once I see something, I'm not the type of person that will sit there and continue to hurt my own feelings.
Right.
If I see like the beginning of a video is like graphic, I skip past it.
Right.
I'm not the one that's still going to tap a video when it says this has been hidden for this reason, rated X, explicit. I'm not that curious where I'm like, let me just see. No, it already told me it's something.
And me because I'm just so...
I'm going to move my phone right here.
Me because I'm just so... me because I'm just so gentle. You know, sometimes
you're very compassionate and like,
yeah, and I'm just like, but why?
You can see a rose off a pedal broken. You be like, oh wow.
But it's so bad that I'll go into the comments to try to see the date, and I'm like, was this years ago? Please don't say it was just now. You know, like when is all of this happening?
Like Fred and Sanford's son, every time she get an ache or a pain or a cold, we be like, this is the big one. Yes, I be thinking, hi everybody tuning in on my live.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hello everybody.
Zach, Sakina.
Yeah, it's like, so I do get it. I do understand.
Jamila, Noemi.
There are going to be days that you just feel like, you know, it's just.
No, it was that blah. It was definitely a blah day. And I don't want to just come up here on a platform if I can't give it my all that day.
Yeah, of course.
And it was just one of those days.
Of course.
And I never like to let anybody down, especially you. Like, but you're so easygoing. That's one thing I like and I actually love about you. And I guess it can get us into the topic. There's a lot of things about you that I can come to you as a friend, as a co-host, as a peer. I don't have to worry about the backlash of it. And you're so honest and you're so understanding with stuff that it makes it easy for me to have those days. You know what I'm saying? So when I did reach out to you, you responded back with compassion. You hoped I was okay. You even checked on me thereafter. And I was a thug by then, so I'm like, T, cool out. Like, I ain't gonna end it all.
You know, let me check out my girl. She did say she wasn't, because, you know, I want to make sure, you know, as my girl, as my co-host, if you're telling me that you're kind of feeling something, you know, I still want to tap in. It's not about you just showing up for me or showing up for here, you know, or just showing up for us. I mean, you're a human being. You know, you are my sister girl. You are my co-host. You know, I love to have you up here with me all the time. I feel like we bounce. So, of course, I'm going to be concerned. I'm not going to just leave you hanging. And once again, I understand. We all go through it.
Of those days.
You might have to come here one day and push through for me.
Well,
you ready?
I thought listen, since we so honest and we, you know, no shade but shade.
Right.
I thought today was going to be the day.
Yeah.
I reached out to my dog. She usually here, you know. I tried to impress you and be on time.
Right. And I started to say, Dree, go ahead and just start running. Just go ahead. I said, but Dree might be like, oh man, is she putting me in this on the spot?
No. Either way, I would have held it down till you came, because that's what we do. You've held it down. You know what I mean? This your baby. You got this.
I appreciate
that.
And
then I gotta fill in. That don't mean you and Bay go on vacation. Like, you know, Dree gonna come. So don't get no ideas.
No. But I also too, I love that this platform, you know, with both of us being on here, because I love how we do like to converse with one another. I love our vibe. I could see you just up here one day just running it, you know?
Right.
Like I tell you, it's the Shady Talk podcast, but you are my co-host, so this is about us.
I thought I was getting fired last night.
No, I ain't fired you.
So she did reach out like, what it's gonna be? But you know, but you have to. You gotta secure
I just
yourself
said let me
too.
tap in. Just let me tap in. But also too, I wanted to tap in with you, not just to see where you're coming, but I also wanted to let you know that whatever it is,
I never
that, you know,
feel shade from you. I don't. And like I said, that's still like touching our topic tonight.
Right.
There's people I've been around and you can feel that. You can feel the shade. You can feel the intenseness. You can feel it's heavy. The energy that comes from you. I don't
and you know what? That's why I love to bounce around women with you, because I feel like women don't know how to understand the difference of, you know, that kind of love, that kind of, you know, vibe that, you know, you just instantly know how to connect with me and understand me. And that's why tonight's topic is somewhat talking about, you know, women with hidden insecurities. Right. And I do feel like all women, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I do feel like all women carry insecurities.
Of course.
We all have them. But my part of women that I want to speak to when it comes to insecurity, you do have women that is so insecure that downplaying another female makes them feel good about themselves.
That your securities awake their insecurities for no reason. Like some people can be unbothered, and yet and still their insecurities are seeping out of them, and they're looking for people to get this energy off on, so they can feel good. Like, and I really don't carry that. When I say I know my insecurities, and sometimes you have to grow in age to be comfortable with them, or even to be aware. Like, all jokes aside, I never forget. Somebody told me when I was younger, you so funny, I didn't even realize you was fat. So in that moment, I'm like, wait, being fat matters. Like, oh, that's a thing. Like, I was always so comfortable in me. That right there created an insecurity because I'm like, oh, wait. I see how y'all talk about fat people. And that's the thing, too. People love to bash fat people. Like, we be having our way out here sometimes.
But also, too, that's a way to show you that they have an insecurity about themselves.
They couldn't take my comedy as much. They had to break me down and say, like, or I'll get people say, like, you pretty, but your butt so flat. I know.
Right.
And they sometimes fail to realize we done dealt with the same man, so he didn't care about that part.
I mean,
so, why you mentioning that? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the part that I'm trying to understand about women. It's like, why can't we just love on one another regularly? Why do we? It
starts within self. If you have those type of insecurities, you're not gonna want to see anybody looking, smelling, feeling better than you. And it starts to me like. From home
and it's so sad because, like I said, I always feel like with me, I've always been the type of female, you know, just my personality itself, it just speaks out. I'm just who I am.
Right.
So I just always felt like, even with me knowing who I am, I always felt like I was the type of female that I'm taking it for the team. Like, let's say, like, if I'm hanging around girls who's not really, don't have this big personality or not, you know, I'm the personality. I'm going to cover up for my friend. I'm going to come in and.
You're going to grab her and help her dance.
Yeah, I'm going to come in and I'm gonna do all that, but now I'm at this point that I'm tired of that.
Yeah, being the life of the party.
I don't want to keep feeling like I gotta pull on females to just
that breeds envy too, because you'll hear people say little stuff like, "Oh God, here she come! Here comes the life of the party!"
Right.
Oh, look at her! You know she about to try to get everybody. But then it's like people
they enjoy that part of you being the life
until it outshines them.
Right.
But if your intentions from the start are not to outshine, but shine in your own lane, then you cool. So with certain things I don't possess, I enjoy the beauty of everyone, women especially, you know what I'm saying? So if you look good, you smelling good, it's not going to take away from me. Like you walked in, I had a million compliments that I've been waiting to tell you. Anyway, y'all, she smell good as hell. Y'all got to be here to smell it.
And guess what? I think this is my Aeropostale perfume.
It smells like
I don't wear
clean,
nothing major.
airy and earthy. It's just...
I know. My boo always pick on me because she be like, you know what? You could get away with the most simplest perfume ever, you know? But I'm like, I've always bought like simple perfumes like that.
Yeah.
It just works with me.
Girl, Marshalls and Burlington, catch them all the time.
Yeah. Guess what? I can even get away with some Mandy's perfume, to be honest. That's how low I could go.
That means you got good pheromones though. Because if you could use stuff that's low grade, you know, just a toilet, and you can smell it, that's a good thing.
Just the toilet.
Yeah, that's a great thing. But the insecurities, and sometimes it's sad, but I don't know if it makes sense to say it's genetic.
Yeah,
because I've seen generations of mother, daughter, now granddaughter, all got the same scorn.
Right.
Her ugly. Like the baby even saying her ugly. Her
and my
stupid.
thing is, I just want us to get better with that. Like, I just feel like I've always been the female to not even intentionally fight for wanting to see other women just enjoy, you know, other women as far as like what they accomplish, what they have going on, you know, things like that. But I don't know. It just seems so hard for women. And I get it that, you know, some women are, you know, they're scorned. You know, some women come from, you know, I guess just being hurt or just maybe not, you know, feeling, you know, confident, or people not telling them things, you know, throughout their life. And here it is with me, like with certain stuff like that. Like, I don't even look for it, you know?
Yeah, you're confident in who you are.
You know, and even when I feel like something is good going on with me, I'm like, come over here, girl, stand over here so they can say it. But you know what?
We in the picture. But
I've learned that it's a fight. It's a fight. I don't know, you know, what is happening now with women, but I am now in that space that I am reaching out to other women, because I never wanted to look at it that I had to put myself around other women that we're all doing the same thing. Because I feel like, you could be a catwalker. It doesn't matter. If you my friend, or, you know, you somebody I vibe with, I'm going to love you for you. You have whatever you have going on, I'm going to cheer you on for you. Hey, Drea, that's your cat. Oh, your cat cute. Where you walking your cat to today?
Aww.
What kind of cat litter you know? I don't really, and that's another thing too. I don't really dig deep into women's, you know, into what they have going on personally. If I vibe with you, I vibe with you.
Affect you.
Right.
And some people are affected by things that they don't possess. And that's just it. I've had people around where I'm like, dang, you look nice. Like you got everything going for you. And you'll still find a way to try to like down me. Like I don't really have it in me. Right. I don't. And it bugs me out when I see women clowning another woman about who's that? Hey, that's my
I was just waving. I was just saying hi. Y'all. Shout out to everybody on my live. Go ahead.
Right. Hey y'all. Hey lives. But when you see somebody downing someone that could possibly go through the same thing, like I just be bugging. Like, for instance, you'll see a hair video. In the comments is nothing but women tearing the other woman up. Right. Oh, her edges is this. Right. Knowing that if they take their sewing out or if their braids, we all have had issues throughout our life where we may have some thinning issues. Texture of the hair may not be the greatest. We don't have to cut it off, start over. We forget that these things can happen to her. Or if her breasts are sagging in a shirt, where is she going with them long ass titties? As if your grandmother's wasn't touching her knees. You know
see,
what I'm
that's what
like,
I'm saying. I don't know.
What's the problem?
And even when I see women bashing other women like that in comments, I'm just like, when you read that back, what do you say about yourself? Like, how do you?
Yeah, I got that off. Yeah, I heard her.
Like, how do you feel when you're like literally writing some of the meanest things?
Where she thinks she going with the outfit? The same place you were going with yours. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I was talking about this a few weeks ago. Like, I've complimented someone in the presence of other people, and here it is. My compliment had nothing to do with their response.
Right.
And for instance, I can say, wow, that outfit really looks nice on. Like, that color fits her. And then they'll automatically say, like, well, them shoes, like, they're killing her feet. How did you get from me going in the positive direction to you now trying to point out something negative? Like,
and that's where I was saying that I feel like sometimes women have a different kind of insecurity, that it could be females that they do know and females that they don't know. That certain conversations that they hold about other females, or or think they know about someone else, for some reason you can hear in those conversations that it's making them feel like, oh, this person got something going on with them. So it's like, not only do I got something going on, they got something going on. But is it like,
it's not interfering with what you're doing?
Is it that deep that you really got to dig into what somebody else have going on just to make yourself feel better? Now, if you're just talking about the conversation in general, we get it. Everybody talks shit about something. Right. Ooh, did I cuss?
She said the S word. Ooh. She's fired up.
Ooh. So everybody kind of, do their talking. Right. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we don't do no talking. I don't do no talking. But I'm not talking about anybody to make me feel
it doesn't make
bad
me feel
about
good.
Somebody else.
Some people will comment search, post search just to have something negative to say. Now, like we just said, I ain't gonna say act like I don't talk junk.
Right.
Because there's sometimes I see things that do look a mess. Right. And this person know they were going for the look of looking a mess.
Right.
And now when it hits a public platform.
Right.
What do you expect?
And that's what I'm saying. Everybody can have their own comments. Everybody can have their own opinions about something. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong. But I'm saying to the point where people get so deep that somebody else's life or situation or what they have going on
irritate them so badly.
Yeah.
That's an inside thing though. And why we can't understand it is because we don't live it.
Right. And then it gets so deep with women that they're so consumed into what they're saying about somebody else that they travel with it now. Mm-hmm. Down there telling somebody else.
They link up. I can't stand to see a woman link up with a man and bashes about something that is woman's secret. Mm-hmm. I saw something about a pair of underwear. A man does not really know what the vagina goes through, the stages of discharge before the period, after. They don't know. Right. So here it is. They're just speaking from what they think they know and how the vagina is supposed to operate. And, oh, her underwear look nasty. We don't know what the issue was for this lady's discharge. Right. But yet you'll have women all in the comments with them like, yeah, she nasty as hell.
Yeah, like you ain't pull your drawers down.
As if you... Right. With days where the panty line in your drawers will stop clean. Right. That's not reality.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Even when you see people jumping to say that, like, where do you think reality of yourself? I just want women to just get better with it, Yeah. I just want women to get better with understanding that we don't have to try to bash other women because of our own. And I want women to understand that that's an inside insecurity about themselves.
It makes you look a little.
Right. And guess what? You may be around a group of women that's making you feel like, ooh, yeah, girl, you know. But guess what? Y'all all got
birds
the same.
Of the feather is flocking together.
Because it's one thing. It's one thing to say like, oh, Drea look a mess today, but I will say she is pretty though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or
where's the person that comes along and say, well, maybe she's having a rough day because I ain't like her. No,
but my thing is, even if you're gonna knock somebody, still be real about the actual situation as well.
Don't tear them all the way down. Like, she ugly, she stinks, she fat, she that.
Like you're doing too much. Yeah. Just like I look at when people try to put down, celebrities or artists or things that they do. My thing is that you cannot take away somebody's creation of how dope they are and what they
talent.
do. Yeah, you can't take it away. I don't care how bad you want to.
Could be leaning, but she went platinum, triple platinum.
I don't care how bad you want to beat somebody down. If somebody is dope, you have to recognize
Give them their flowers.
You have to
give them their flowers. You can't take it from them.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know. But then when you zero in on their issues. Now we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
but no.
And them be the people that those are most of the people that talk.
I don't
they
understand
got a lot of stuff going on,
people.
but we'll find something to dig in about somebody else's life.
Yeah, that's not one of my traits though. Like, it's just not. I actually feel sorry. To me, it's kind of like bullying behavior.
Yeah, it is.
You're bullying.
It really is.
Excuse me.
It really
You're bullying because you're teaming up with people to bring someone else down. Like, and I can't imagine what some celebrities go through, or just people. Period. That their business hits a public platform. And then they're just being torn apart by the world.
But I could also see where some celebrities, why sometimes they don't even get into some of their comments. They don't even, look at their comments.
Or they just turn them off, period.
Because it's just like, and here's the thing. Once you are in that status where I learned that, even though I'm not there yet.
Speak it, put it out there.
You can't get worked up with just what people is doing and how they doing. I always try to feel like with this platform, I try to think of topics in a positivity way that we as women can all relate to or people can relate to. That's why even with you having my co-host and some of the things that you were saying as far as like looking at the real side of things. See, I can converse with people that can look at the real side of things. Even if you feel like you want to disagree, but you still got to be real about the whole situation.
Exactly.
So I can converse with people like that all day. I don't like to converse with women that's very confrontational, just always want to just be right about what they feel.
I don't want that energy.
Because it's still not fair. If you can't be real and look outside the box, and guess what, like I said, we all have talk crap, we all do a little things, but my thing is when you really take it to another level that you're trying to really bash another female or not really look at the whole scenario of a situation. To me, you're dealing with some personal insecurities when you go.
It is. And there's room for all of us. And what women have to understand too. Somebody said, "Can I tag someone?" Yes, you can tag. You can tag whoever. Hi, Lena. Hi, Keisha. My sister.
Listen, the phone line is open.
Yeah, if y'all want to call in, y'all can call in.
If you want to call in, the phone line is open. Shout out to everybody that's on my live on Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in. Hi, my sweet mama, Deborah Reynolds.
Hi, Miss Deborah Reynolds. She's like the biggest support system ever.
My mom is definitely.
She's the no shade, but shade.
She's the shady
cheerleader,
queen.
Honey.
Yes, definitely. But let me tell you something. My mother would repost if I put up the word toilet tissue.
That's it.
She don't know. She just like, hey,
she follow up with baby wipe.
My daughter put up toilet tissue. Hey, where you got toilet tissue at, T? Is it a new toilet tissue? I love my mom, man. I love my mom. Marv, can we get the call-in number? Of course, I always forget.
But what I want people to understand is that there's variety in this world for a reason.
Yes.
And what one may like, someone else may hate.
Right.
But if it's not something you're into, you don't have to comment on it. You don't have to worry about what I'm wearing, what I'm doing, who I'm screwing. None of that.
Right.
Do your own thing in your lane. Because I'm not going into nobody else's lane.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to be upset with something that has nothing to do with me. I can't even think of it. If I'm doing comedy and you're not doing comedy, or if you're doing comedy And I'm not into comedy. What am I getting upset about?
People will get upset that you're doing something they don't even want to do.
That's what I'm saying. What is that?
She thinks she's funny. You don't have to watch her. She thinks she's funny, and guess what? Other people do too. That's why they bought the tickets, and that's why they're coming to see the show.
Oh yeah, the show is sold out.
That's it. That's why she's selling out.
The show is sold out. Shout out to me. Let me tell you something. I sold out that show within, I promise you, less than 30 days. And let me tell you what I love about it. Let me tell you what I love about it.
Hit me.
I didn't have to push. I didn't have to pull. I didn't have to send texts. I didn't have to do none of that. When people seen that I was having my first live taping comedy show, when I tell you they went to the link and started purchasing the tickets.
Wasn't it overwhelming? Does it get overwhelming to you when you just get the notifications that it's like ding, ding, selling?
It's just a beautiful feeling because let me tell you, I feel like with me being an entrepreneur and doing some of the things that I have been doing, when you first start some of the things that I'm doing, you have to pull. You have to push.
Yeah,
you have to practically beg. You got to do jumping jacks in front of people and say, hey, look at me. You want to come out?
I'll dance for you.
Yeah, you want to buy a T-shirt. You want to, and I just feel like now, because I have put so much work in, some of that stuff is just unraveling.
It's working for you now.
Yeah, it's working for me. And this is where I want to be. I will forever be girl power. My biggest thing about doing majority of the things that I love to do is because I love to see women coming out, having fun, having a good time.
You've been consistent with that.
Yeah, and because I love it.
Yeah, yo, I seen a comment today. I swear, and I can go to my phone and show you. It was from 422 weeks ago.
From who?
From you. I posted something on Instagram and you came in the comment and said, oh no, is my homegirl feeling all right? And a sense of sadness came because I'm like, yo, I didn't really respond to nobody in the comments. Did that make me seem like a bad person? Here it is. My conscience was bothering me for something from 422 weeks ago.
Wow.
That I'm like, dag, they had commented and asked, okay. And I just feel so bad that I didn't respond to people. But
you know what?
Your energy has been the same since then. You've been consistent.
I've been consistent. I've been working hard. My goal is to basically so me and my family could just live good. People get upset when I be like, oh, I don't want to be rich. I don't.
You just want to be comfortable.
I don't want to be rich. I don't want to count no money that I don't know how to count.
Right.
I don't want to have too many people telling me what's going on that I can't keep up with it. I don't want none of that. I just want to enjoy what I do. I want to bring a vibe to a crowd, and I just want my family just to live good.
To be okay.
That's it. I still want to hug people. I still want to love people. I still want to, do the things,
And even with all that, how you still want to hug and still want to love, there's going to be someone laying low in the grass that's going to simply say she gets on my nerves.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Of course. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot that's, doing that. But what I will say is that I love the fact that real always respects real. Real always understands real. So
the number, hold on. She wants the number.
The number is 862-621-9536.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Julie. Shout out to my girl, Julie. Happy birthday, Julie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to...
That version, we not doing it.
Okay. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm mad you just sang the...
And my cousin Shanika. Shout out to my cousin Shanika. She had a birthday too.
Dark skin thickness.
Love y'all.
Wait, we have somebody calling in?
Hello, welcome to Shady Talk Wednesday. Hi,
thank you for calling in.
This is Nadra. This is Stria's sister.
Hello.
Hi, sister.
Hi. I just wanted to say something to what you guys are just talking about.
Okay.
I don't know if my sister told you, I just went through a very similar situation.
No, don't tell people business, so I wanted to harp on it.
Oh, okay. A person I thought it was a friend. I met this person in 2007, and apparently they never liked me, but they've been around me for years. I cut them off for 10, and they came back around in 2021, and I found out that they just really, truly hate me. But it's weird because they had me around their kid, had him calling me their aunt, all types of stuff, So I just, and for no reason. So to what you guys were talking about, it's just to me, it's really weird how people can live like that. Because I always say it costs you nothing to be a good person.
And especially when you're a good person to the good person. What are you sitting around really disliking me or, you know, finding a way to find something to really hate me or dislike me or do something very weird to me? Yes, that's definitely what has been going on in this lifetime.
I think also, if you're a good person, you have this light that comes from within you. If you're around people that's miserable, their spirit can't take that.
No.
Of course.
And here's the thing, growing up sometimes, you don't even like you said back in the day, growing up sometimes when you growing up with people, you're not really looking at who's miserable. How will we know what misery is about?
Right. One's coming to your house breaking your toys and stuff like that.
We all vibing together. Right. We going out. We hanging out together. We calling each other sisters. We calling each other friends. You know, like you said, the kids are connecting. What are we seeing miserable? Right. So it's like now when we grown, you mean to tell me this is what's actually been going on for years?
But that friend is a miserable friend. She'll carry things back and just want to see her in a place where she's unhappy. And now it all unfolded that she was just a phony B word.
But that has to be very hurtful to actually have a connection with somebody for years.
Then you cut them off for 10 years. You bring them back in your life and they come back and they still doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope she's watching and knows she's a low down, dirty dog.
But see, guess what?
I'll dish you. Okay, this is live. Okay, I'll dish you real bad.
But guess what I've learned? When God disconnects you from somebody and you try to bring them back, whoop, he gonna snatch them right. No, I said no.
He wanted to show you that if you could go 10 years without somebody, that means. And then she only started being with her that she felt sorry for her. But we're not gonna get into that because I dish you.
Right.
If you're watching,
I
dish you.
I know that regardless.
Sorry, I'm petty.
Because I posted this meme the other day. I said, I don't know what it is about. I shared it. I said, I don't know what it is about me, but these bees do not be liking me. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. I don't do nothing to nobody. Drea tell you, I mind my business. I stay to myself. I barely leave the house.
But sometimes that's not enough either. People like to be around spirits that's bothered. Like your calmness will upset someone's their war inside.
Some people need to be around people that's at war. They don't really know how to, you know, be around people that have a soft, loving spirit for whatever reason. I mean, I get it. I had a few experiences in my life, you know, with a few people, but I mean, hey, you know, life goes on.
You let them go. But thank you for calling in.
Right.
Thank you, sister girl. We had somebody else calling in. Call back.
Right. Call back. Call back. All right. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in. 862.
No problem.
862-621-9536.
You know what else I don't like and you got to be aware of too? And I'm so grateful I don't have these type of friends around me. I don't like to be around nobody who wants to constantly bring you bad news. Someone else is calling in?
Yep. Hello. Welcome to Shady Talk Wednesday.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Wow.
I am so proud of you ladies. Hi Quadria,
Can you turn your volume down because you echoing?
This is Constance that I went to school with.
Hi.
Sorry. This is Constance that I went to school with, Quadria. I'm so proud of you ladies. I love to hear you. And one conversation that you had, I was driving. I couldn't jump in. And I wanted to inbox you about it, and then we can discuss it another time. But the conversations you do be having is just like unbelievable. You just hit on some things that I went through 4 years ago when I lost my mom.
Sorry to hear that.
Right.
And it was not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people that you think that's next to you are not next to you.
Absolutely.
And it's so sad that at our adult age that we are now, with coming across some of those experiences and not understanding why, you know, some of the people who you thought that you would be friends with or cool with forever,
and you probably were there for those same people
that you disconnect with. Because like I said, when you do have a history with someone, you're not looking to there's nowhere in your mind to think that you're gonna disconnect somewhere in life. So when those things do happen, it is hurtful, and that's why I said with Shady Talk Wednesday, we want you ladies to DM us, inbox us, any topics you want to talk about, because we need it. Even for the people,
we're here for the people.
You know, even for like who may be listening, you know, to our side of the story too, to understand how, you know, we are hurt too from some of those experiences too.
We talking about it because we live it, and it's sad that you had to go through that experience. Especially losing your mom, like losing a parent. I've lost my dad, and I'm grateful for the support system that I had. But to go through something so tragic, and the people around you that you thought loved you, cared about you, are not there, that's something you really can't come back from. Those are people you really have to look back and leave them exactly where they left you, and you got to be okay with that.
I enjoy your conversations.
Yes.
On Wednesdays, I try to listen to it, but I be in the car.
Is this
so
Constance
I always try
Allen?
to listen to the replay.
Is this Constance Allen?
Yes.
Oh, hey, girl. I'm like, wait, now I only went to school with 2 Constances, but I remember.
But we're actually about to start coming up here twice a month, so we're not going to keep hope. We're just waiting for the weather to break a little more, but we're actually going to be doing a podcast, you know, more and more.
Frequent. And if it's a topic you want to discuss, anybody watching, you guys can inbox, call, text, see us in person and let us know, because at the end of the day, we're the advocates and the liaison for you.
Yeah,
for the advice that you may need. So it's not just what we come up with. If you feel like you want to call in and you have a random question that's not about something we talked about today, but something we may have talked about, or something that's on your heart, we're here to listen and we're here to answer.
Yeah, let's
and we
talk
thank
about
you for calling in. Thank you so much. We enjoy
Thank you very much, but I enjoy your conversations. I'm listening to it now, but I had to turn it off because you said I was echoing.
It's okay.
So I'm going back to listen right
and
now.
It's live, so you can always go back and watch it again.
And guess what? To dap on your story, here's the thing with me that I feel, and I'm the most loving, forgiving, understanding person there is. But there's just something about it when someone does something to me that I disconnect from, that I can't connect back with them.
Not the same
because
way.
I just feel like, first of all, I don't want to pretend. And I don't know if I think too deep, but I just feel like when I know me as a person, how I presented myself to you throughout a life, and it can be something very small that they feel is small, but it can be very big to me. For some reason, I can't connect back to them because I feel like at any given time, I don't want to sit around somebody that I don't know what they would do to me.
I wonder if you cross me like that.
I could deal with the hurt because unfortunately I have to move on. But to let you back in my space, I've learned I can't because how I am to people and how my loyalty and love is to people, it takes me to a different place when I feel like you've done something very hurtful to me, rather it's small or big to me. It makes me really feel like one day you may just try to kill me. If you could do something very simple to me after I've been good to you, or you could do something to me after I've been loyal to you and you couldn't come talk to me, I don't know how to feel with you back in my space. I feel crazy.
I can't re-respect you. Once you disrespect the person, you can't re-respect them.
I'm actually nervous. I'm actually, or honestly,
a lot of people are telling me that I'm being childish, but it's like if you was hurt the way I was.
They don't respect your feelings.
And can't nobody dictate how somebody's hurt you and made you feel.
Yeah, those are your feelings. That's your truth.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everything needs to be just thrown away, because some things can be talked about. But to me, I feel like if you could do something small to me, I don't even want to sit next to you to imagine what you could do big to me. Yeah. So I just rather let it go.
You don't fear with that? If I do something to someone, right? Because I have not always walked the clean path. Constance, we don't want to keep you. Continue to tune in. We're going to get back into the topic. We appreciate you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, ladies.
Yes, baby. Thank you. I'm fair.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't sit here and walk this earth as if I've never done anything to someone.
Right.
I have.
Right.
I've talked about people before.
Right.
The person uncaught me, but these are people who already had crossed me. I don't want to make it seem like it's a tit for tat.
Right.
But the loyalty lines had already been crossed. I feel bad when I do something to somebody. I can't. You caught me talking about you. I don't care if I said, look at her shoes, and it hurt you. Once I hurt your feelings or disrespect you, I'm not confident enough to come around you as if everything is okay.
Right.
And you got some people who will talk down. Like my sister's situation, the girl was talking down to her like a dog. I'm talking about calling her weird, calling her this, but yet had this woman, she had her in her house.
And that's another.
Girl, come stay with me. Come hang with me.
That's another weird thing that's going on. If you hurt me, and you know we have disconnected, why are you trying to do any kind of why are you trying to connect with me anyway? Because I feel like, to me, first of all, I look at that like, you've been doing a lot of shit to me that I haven't been catching on. This is all that I have
found out about. Like,
and then to know that you want to connect to me still after you've done something to me. Nah, I can't trust that either.
And even from years ago, I got into a situation with a person, and I thought, here it is, 15, 20 years have went by. You charge us shit again because we was young. We get into a little tiff. I'm talking about something really petty, and here it is, you bringing up that, like, yeah, just like that. And I'm like, wow, so you've been sitting around me for damn near 20 years, and you really never forgave me. Wow. But you were accepting things from me as if you did, crying to me as if you did, watching me cry as if you really dealt with me. So
you know what?
Yeah, it's weird.
You know what?
It's weird.
And guess what? We gotta go. But our next topic that we're gonna talk about is basically, how do you deal with, getting over hurt from people who you have had connections with, family that may have hurted you, friends, relationships. Like, how do you get by that? And is it okay to still feel how you feel about it? Because like I said, I'm standing strong and firm on mine. You hurt me, you can't come back around me. I'm sorry, something small to you could be big to you, but to big to me,
don't discount what you made me feel.
But also too, when you know the type of person you are and how you put in for people and how loyal you are.
You said it. That's how you get through it. And when Sheikah, let me tell you something. Sheikah is watching, and anybody that know me know I'm always, hey Carla, that's my good friend from Georgia. Anybody that know me know I'm always gonna bring up what I learned from Sheikah. Right. Sheikah will cut you off, and she's confident with cutting you off because she knows the life she gave to you when she was there.
Absolutely.
So how you get through it is learning what you possess. And I'm not saying be cocky or saying, oh, I'm too good to deal with this. Right. But if I'm really coming to you,
stand in it.
I'm really being good to you, and you really in turn are acting like you don't care about losing me, well, guess what? Let me help you lose me.
Yeah.
That's it. Peace. And days will go on. It's gonna hurt because you gotta starve them. You gotta take yourself away from them. Right. But continue to remind yourself what you were bringing to the table.
Right.
I did you no wrong.
Right.
I fed you every day. Absolutely. I made sure I petted you. I gave you water.
Absolutely.
And you bit me. So when I gotta put you down at the dog pound, I don't feel bad.
Absolutely.
I walked you. I groomed you. I got the
ain't
ticks
gonna lose
off
no
you.
sleep.
I'm not. But before I used to worry about, oh, it's gonna make me a bad person. There's nobody right now today that I could cut off, and I'm worrying about what you could say behind me to ruin my reputation.
Absolutely.
I haven't wronged anybody. I ain't slept with your man. Anything I did back then is back then.
Right.
The person I am now,
right.
I don't care who I lose. And I don't care who you go tell, what you go tell, because it's really nothing to break me down.
We at that age. We can't be concerned with,
I wanted to call
who you lose.
And see you guys down now. I guess I'll catch up on the next.
But listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us on Shady Talk Wednesday. Like we always say, inbox us, DM us. Let us know. I mean, if you want to email us, if you want to tell us you want us to talk about a topic, you don't want us to mention who you are, which we won't, because we love talking about topics. So you can always tell us what topic you want us to talk about.
And we've had topics before that we've talked about, and
let's get it.
Tell you where they come
Let's
from.
get it. And guess what? We are also here to offer you 2 seats if you would like to come in person.
Come on, tell your story
and chit chat with us.
If I gotta snip you, just know you handed me the scissors.
Absolutely. Exactly. Great advice. Great advice.
Yes.
Great advice. But listen, we just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. We would love for you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can get our followers up, because we do eventually want to leave the regular platforms and go over there. We like to stay connected with you guys here on Facebook because we can read your comics. We know you guys can still call in even from watching from YouTube. But we warming up, so we letting y'all warm up too.
And my turn is gonna be better because T not getting rid of me, because I'll come.
I'm not getting rid of you.
I'll show up here every week.
I'm not getting rid of you, my good girlfriend. You one of the best hosts I've ever rocked with.
Thank you.
Let's get it. Thank you so much for tuning in.
But I love you.
I love you
too.
Your
energy is it. You've always been fair. Even though I complain, even before I left the house, I'm like, I don't feel like going nowhere. Because I'm old. When you get old, you love your house. If your house is comfortable, you love to be there.
I get it. I'm 46.
We love y'all. We want y'all to know you are enough.
Yep.
No matter who makes you feel like you're not, you are enough, and surround yourself around like-minded people who brighten your light. That when they see you, their face lights up. Not the ones who get in their phone when they see you because they don't really want to see you.
And thank you guys so much for understanding that our topics is not to shade anybody, it's not to bash anybody, but we just love to come to a round table talk, hear your comments,
talk about real issues.
Talk to us. We like to talk about real stuff, real, recognize real.
It's
shade
real
but no shade.
Raw.
Let's talk about it. We women, we need to get it in. Guess what? I'm here for it. If y'all want to say, hey, Miss Shade, I don't like what you said. You know, say it. Tell me. Let's talk about it. Let's continue to keep the girl power.
You can find. Okay, it's t-shirt season. We got some shirts. That no shade but shade. Get that. It comes in different colors. I like the graffiti one.
Yes.
You can get this Earth is Ghetto tee as well.
Wow, cute.
Earth is Ghetto. Yes. So we're here for your apparel. We're here to give you advice. We're here to listen. And we're here to learn from you, too, because we don't know it all.
Yes.
You guys can share your experiences, teach us something. We love you today, tomorrow, and we out.
Thank you so much for tuning in. See you soon. We love y'all.